everyone, and welcome to the newest edition of The Insider, the ongoing video series that keeps you up to date on all things IPW. I am the voice of IPW J-Rod. We finally made it to War on the Shore 3, the ultimate showcase of IPW. We began the historic night of wrestling with the Michiana Championship match. Number one contender and fan favorite Schwartzy took on the Michiana champion Bendrick Bison. Fans will remember that just 6 days ago, Schwartzy pinned Bendrick Bison in a tag team match, handing Bison his first ever career defeat. This time, Schwartzy would have an opportunity to do it again for the title. Unfortunately for him, it was not meant to be. With a little luck and a downed referee, Bendrick Bison did what he needed to do and defeated Schwartzy to retain the IPW Michiana Championship. During some special announcements, I was interrupted by Big Jorge, who wanted to talk some trash to Felix Morio. Felix called Jorge out for a match in the near future, but both guys knew it wouldn't be at War on the Shore as Felix sustained an injury last month and is not medically cleared to compete. That didn't stop Jorge from attempting to egg Felix on. But when Jorge muttered the words, hardcore, he woke up a hardcore legend who just happened to be on the ship. The old-timer, Jeff King, came out to offer Jorge the fight he was looking for, a hardcore match atop of the deck of the USS LST 393. Jorge accepted and things got violent very quickly. Big Jorge used his size and youth advantages, and while King put up a hell of a fight, Jorge was the victor. The exciting match was enough to distract IPW security enough to give Felix an opening to get one up on Jorge, as Felix stormed the ring and unloaded on Jorge all the way to the back. Felix won't be cleared to compete this weekend, but the match between Felix and Jorge has been tentatively booked for Block Party on July 15th at Wax Wings Brewing Company on July 15th. Next up, a returning Keith Cream took on Chad Alpha. This was our Patreon exclusive match, so head on over to patreon.com/Independence Pro Wrestling and subscribe at the IPW regular tier to see it for yourself. Every year, War on the Shore features a timed entry over-the-top elimination match to determine the number one contender to challenge for the Michiana Championship. This year's challenge would start off with an eager TDG and a returning swag champ, Ren Jones. The fans were delighted to see two of their most beloved athletes go at it, but every 30 seconds a new entrant would join the party. Challenger after challenger made their way to the ring, yet TDG and Ren Jones outlasted them all, being the first two to enter the match and the final two remaining. In a huge upset, TDG once again refused to surrender and shocked the world, eventually finding a way to dump Ren Jones over the top rope to win the match and become the number one contender for the Michiana Championship. TDG has made it well known that he's had his sights set on the Michiana Championship since his IPW debut in November of last year, and he will finally have the chance as he challenges IPW Michiana champion Bendrick Bison on Saturday, July 8th at Aftermath. It is worthy to note that my commentary partner for the match, Derek Wolf, made his return and was eliminated in mere seconds. This embarrassing turn of events extended Wolf's losing streak even further. Since winning the IPW Championship and then losing it just 2 weeks later, Wolf has gone 9 months without winning a single match. The IPW Tag Team division has been absolutely booming lately. So much so that we have not seen a successful defense of those titles since early May. We have had 4 new pairs of tag team champions in 2023 alone. Considering the depth of the division and several teams sharing the right to be the top contenders, the new champions, the Gold Team, would defend the titles in a fatal 4-way tag team match against Love Shack, Real Hype, and The Forgotten. In a definite crowd pleaser, it would be former champions Real Hype regaining the IPW tag team titles. If you're a fan of tag team wrestling, this is a match to go back and watch. And the IPW tag team division is one you'll want to pay attention to. Speaking of which, our new champions, Mondo Real and Jimmy Shalwin, will defend their tag team titles this weekend at Aftermath. Have these belts finally found a long-term home? Or will these tag teams continue to play hot potato? Women's number one contender Stella Buho challenged for the IPW Women's Championship in her debut and clearly wasn't ready. However, she pushed the champion to the brink and immediately earned the respect of Randy West. In her rematch, Stella had Randy beat, but Randy had to use dirty tactics to keep her title. Since then, Randy has done everything she can to avoid putting her title on the line against Stella once again. Randy could avoid the challenger no longer, and we finally got Stella Buho versus Randy West at War on the Shore. Randy showed why she has such a big reputation, but the challenger absolutely would not be denied, and Stella Buho finally reached her potential in defeating Randy West, ending a 13-month title reign to become the new IPW Women's Champion. Finally, the match we have been waiting for since the Fate of 8 tournament on June 3rd, 2023. Fate of 8 champion and #1 contender Terry Van Avery challenged the undisputed IPW champion, the Supreme Jamal King. These two displayed immense respect for each other leading up to this huge matchup, but the tension was high and they've been waiting for an entire month to collide in the IPW ring. This match was brutal and an early match of the year candidate without a doubt. In his first campaign for the ultimate prize in IPW, Terry Van Avery proved he belonged there. However, Jamal King proved that he was quite possibly the greatest IPW champion of all time. After one hell of a dogfight, the Supreme Lock conquered yet another challenge, and Jamal King remains the IPW champion. Respect was shown once again, and Jamal King left Terry Van Avery and Josh Raymond behind in the ring. In one of the most shocking moments in IPW history, Josh Raymond blindsided Terry Van Avery and began beating him senseless. After a sickening chair shot to the head, Raymond let the fans know he didn't give a shit about any of them. And he damn sure didn't give a shit about Terry Van Avery. The home team is no more. That concludes this edition of The Insider. Join us for the fallout of War on the Shore 3 this Saturday at Watermark Brewing in Stevensville, Michigan, as IPW presents Aftermath.